Louisiana Beer Reviews Olde English 800 brand malt liquor. Hey, this was introduced in 1964, but its roots go back to the late 1940s with a beer called Ruff's, R-U-F-F apostrophe S, Ruff's Olde English Stout malt liquor. They called it a stout, but it was like a stout lager instead of a stout ale. And if you look at some of the old ads, they seem to indicate that it was 8% back then. And it says 8% alcohol by weight, which would mean like 9% alcohol by volume. And then some of the other labels say strong. I didn't think that was allowed back then. They might have gotten on their case for it. It did go under the control of People's Brewing Company of Duluth, Minnesota. There used to be an old character on the cans called Sir Duluth. Later acquired by Blitz Weinhard Brewing of Washington State in 1979. That whole company was bought out by Pabst Brewing Company. Some smoke. And this was one of the top brands Pabst had. It's still one of the top strong lager brands in the United States, malt liquor brands. When Pabst made their big 1999 deal with Miller, one of the brands Miller really wanted their hands on was this, Olde English 800. Nice looking can. This is the modern design from the last 40 years, maybe 35 years. The gold, the kind of deep gold or old gold as they call it, and maroon, with crowns all about the side, the edge of the label, a crown at the bottom. And they say on the Miller website, Olde English wears the crown because it's the king of malt liquor. This is the 5.9% version here. Olde English 800 Brewing Company. Yeah, MoslonCoors, the MillerCoors division. Okay, so Miller wanted this. They wanted to get their hands on Mickey's Fine Malt Liquor from Pabst. And they wanted to get their hands on the whole Blitz Weinhard family, the Henry Weinhard beers. See the bubbles? Lots of streaming bubbles. Clear, golden appearance here after 10 o'clock. I hear sirens already prayed. Probably some bad wreck on the interstate again, or the U.S. Highway 61. Not a very thick white head. It would be thicker and a narrower burned glass. I'm going to use Pabst Blue Ribbon. Harken back to the 1979 to 1999 Pabst ownership days. Miller also acquired the Hamm's brand from Pabst Brewing. Hamm's and Hamm's Golden Draft. Genuine Draft changed to Golden Draft. Heard the sirens going that way, this way. I don't know what's going on. Back in the Pabst days, you'll notice the old cans used to say charcoal filtered. That was something they wanted to tout, to let you know this is charcoal filtered, like Jack Daniels. Tennessee whiskey is charcoal filtered. Anyway, it smells kind of pungent, little sourdough bread type thing, I guess. Don't even ask what Beer Advocate and Rate Beer say about it. Do not ask that question. In 2001, they introduced a, oh yeah, they're power washing that house over there. In 2001, they introduced the Olde English High Gravity, which is not sold in Louisiana. I could go to Orange, Texas and get it. Or apparently Mississippi. That's 8%. Sold in bottles and cans, just like this is sold in bottles and cans. In Canada and other parts of the world, like Europe, it's 8%. On the West Coast, around California, it's 7.5%. Most of the United States is 5.9%. Great American Beer Festival. It won a silver medal in 1990 for malt liquor. It won a gold medal in 1992, 1994, 1995, 1997 at the World Beer Cup. It won a bronze medal in 2002 for malt liquor, and 21 years ago, 1996, a gold medal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gold medals, 1 silver and 1 bronze. And I'm sure the judges tasted it, thought it was horrifically bad, and gave it those medals. Now you might say, well, that's a bad style. So it's the best beer of a bad style. Some people think it's a great style because they drink malt liquor every day. I know somebody, he says his grandmother loves King Cobra malt liquor. Now you might say, well, that woman's a fool. She has no taste and she doesn't know what she likes. On the other hand, maybe she enjoys it and she does have good taste. Over here in Louisiana, you can get these 42-ounce bottles. Yeah, 42-ounce bottles of Olde English 800, 5.9% for $1.99 plus tax. So $1.99 for 42 ounces. It's sold in all kind of sizes. 12 packs of the 12-ounce cans. 6 packs of the 16-ounce cans. This 24-ounce King can, the single offering, they come in singles. The 18-ounce clear bottles, probably quarts, and I'm sure in Florida and other states quart bottles. And then around here, like I said, in other states 42-ounce. It used to be 40-ounce, but 42-ounce clear plastic bottles. The taste is just some grain, a little hop bitterness at the end of the sip. It's crisp and dry and easygoing. 5.9 is like right in, as people like to say these days, right in my wheelhouse, like the perfect ABV for me. 6% is fine too. It used to be 6%. They dropped it to 5.9 for some reason. That's practically no change. And I've said this, and people have agreed with me, that the 6% level for lagers is sort of the tipping point. If you're up to that point, it's fine. You get above 6%, things start to break down and become very questionable. And the higher you go, the more questionable they become. You get to these really strong ones, the imperial lagers like Axe Head, the Camo line, Earthquake High Gravity, which we do get around here, 10%, and they're very unpleasant. Lager does not hold itself together typically at those high gravity levels. Ales, it's a different story. They do quite well. They don't present the off characteristics, I find. Now, if you get some of these Doppelbocks, like these Helles Doppelbocks, like say Andy Gator, formerly known as Andy Gator malt liquor, that's 8%. It's pretty good. Sometimes when you drink it though, it'll catch you a little bit and you say, that wasn't too nice. So the Helles Doppelbock, or if you get like the Dunkel, the dark box, the Dunkel box, like the Birra Moretti La Rosa, that's what, 7.9, 8% Doppelbock. Oh, 7.2 I think it is. That's pretty good. That's really nice. The Elephant, Carlsberg Elephant malt liquor. That's 7.2, really nice product. Paulana Salvatore. That gets a little questionable, a little hard to deal with sometimes, you know. Like they say, literally is liquid bread that the monks drink. This, probably you want to have it in the fridge, get it dead cold. You don't want it out here warming up. I'm going to save the rest for lunchtime. Got about half the can left, so it's just designed for that. The idea that to make it dead cold makes it a bad product. No, it's just designed for that. Ice cream really works well when it's frozen, you know, dead cold. Ice, we call those things, the flavor ice, those popsicles. Yeah, popsicles. They work really well when they're frozen. Drinking them hot as a liquid, they're not so good. You find that ice works better when it's frozen. So some things are just designed for being very cold. Other beers, some ales, as they warm, they improve. As these warm, they don't improve. Okay, so medium bodied. Now this would just be a Helles Bock. Just a straight up Helles Bock, okay? Bock, goat beer, strong beer. Shiner Bock is a dark Bock, okay? Helles means bright. It's an adjunct because they use corn syrup, dextrose, maltose, water, barley malt, hop extract. They use hop extract in some like world-class beers, by the way. That'll get like 100 out of 100 on Rate Beer and Beer Advocate. They use hop extracts. That's not really something to get all uptight about. If you're looking for super bold character, all kind of deep characteristics, aromas that take you down, you know, a boat on a river with, you know, tangerine trees and marmalade skies. It's not going to do that, okay? You're not going to meet a girl with kaleidoscope eyes drinking this. But if you want something simple, you know, just simple. Just your blues. I'm so lonely. Do 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 do. I wanna die. Do 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 do. I'm so lonely. Do 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 do. A song like that. Wanna die. Well, you know the reason why. That's the kind of product it is. Okay? Anyway, enough of all of that. I enjoy it. I would give it for the malt liquor category, it's an A. It's one of the better ones. It's one of the better. August 28th, 2017. It's got the date, guys. It's one of the better Helles Bocks malt liquors. For beer overall, well, you know, it's like most beers that you buy at a convenience store. It's sort of average. But it is $1.99 for 42 ounces. $1.75, I guess, for this 24 ounce. I'd get them. Normally, I'd buy the bottle, right? 42 is better than 24. But it's still good. I mean, it's a good beer. It's a good everyday eating a ham sandwich, eating popcorn, watching Godfather reruns, listening to Cream or Jefferson Starship, or you know what I mean, just like doing ordinary things, watching a baseball game on FS1. It's fine. If you want some deep speculative exploration, then it's not going to be fine. But is it even presented as that? Did they talk about that on their website? They just say, basically, it's a malt liquor, drink it, or don't drink it. But you know, they're not making any kind of great claims to ultra gourmet quality. But for a low value priced, extra strong lager beer with the wonderful brewer's corn syrup added, it works. So Laissez les bon temps relais, a classic beer since 1964, over 50 years. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to Louisiana.